boys and girls. So this week in math, you are going to continue to solve word problems involving division, and you're also going to go back to solving word problems involving multiplication. The tricky part about your math this week is that you are going to have to decide as a mathematician, is it multiplication or is it division? Which means you need to ask yourself, is this story problem requiring me to use multiplication to get my answer, or is it requiring me to use division? So I'm going to do a problem with you today, and we will decide if we are using multiplication or division. So the problem is, Nick has 330 pencils. They came in packs of 10. How many packs did he buy? So I know already as a mathematician that I am going to use division because the word problem gives me the total amount already. And when you know the total amount, that's a clue that you are not using multiplication, because multiplication or addition is going to give us a total amount or tell us how much of something we have altogether. And we already know that in the problem, which I will underline because it says he has 330 pencils. So I also know in the word problem that when he bought the pencils, they came in packs of 10. So I'm going to underline that. And now the question is asking me, how many packs did he buy? So I'm going to use division because I need to figure out if the 330 pencils come in packs of 10, how many packs he bought. So I'm going to put that word problem in my head and erase it so I can use partial quotients to get my answer, because partial quotients is what we use in fourth grade to divide. So I have 330 pencils divided by 10. Because the 330 pencils that he has came in packs of 10. And I am trying to figure out how many packs he bought. So step one in partial quotients is to multiply. So I'm asking myself right now, what times 10 is going to get me as close to 330 as possible without going over? Now, I know in the video last week I mentioned that I like to start with 10 just because I know my tens. So right now, if I were to start with 10, I know that 10 times 10 is 100. And I have 330 here. So instead of starting with 10, I am going to start with a multiple of 10 that can get me even closer to 330, and that is 30, which would be 3 tens. And I can do 3 times 1, which is 3, and then add 1, 2 zeros to get 300. And I write that underneath 330. Step 2 is to subtract. 330 minus 300. I know most of you could probably do this in your head. I'm still going to be really careful when I show my work and use the standard algorithm to subtract, which means I start in my ones. 0 minus 0 is 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. That was my tens. And then my hundreds. 3 minus 3 is 0. So that gives me 30. So now I'm going to multiply again. I already know 3 times 10 gives me 30. Now I can subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. 3 minus 3 is 0, which tells me that I'm done and there is no remainder. 30 plus 30 is 33. And I remember from the story problem that I'm trying to figure out how many packs Nick bought. So it would be 33 packs as my answer. So you may encounter some problems this week that's asking you to use multiplication. In that case, you're going to use the area model. I suggest you go into Math Resources in Google Classroom. You can rewatch the area model videos that I made, or reread the documents that were made about area model. It has some really great charts to show you or to review how to use Area Model. You can also go into Math Resources and review the partial quotient videos that I made and all the other charts that were made for you. All of this is in Google Classroom under Math Resources. So if you forget how to get there, you go into your Google Classroom, you click on Classwork, and over on the left-hand side of your screen, there should be a little tab that says All Topics. On my screen, it's blue, and if you scroll down, you'll see Math Resources there. Good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.